Hello everyone, welcome to another series of Mind Map. In today's episode, we will discuss about MSP, that is Minimum Support Price. First of all, we will discuss what is MSP and we will know about its evolution, process of deciding MSP, challenges or issues in MSP, advantages of MSP, MSP to public distribution system, reforms required and done, and lastly, the way forward. So first of all, let's understand what is MSP and its evolution. MSP or minimum support price is a minimum price for any crop that the government considers as remunerative for farmers and hence deserving of support. It is also the price that government agencies pay whenever they procure the particular crop. Government extends price support for paddy and wheat through the Food Corporation of India, that is FCI, and state agencies. Under this policy, food grains are purchased at MSP by the state government agencies, including FCI for central pool. The man who implemented MSP idea was 𝐃𝐫𝐢𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢, who took over as Food and Agriculture Minister in June 1964. The MSP was fixed for the first time for wheat at Rs 54 per quintal in 1966-67 and hiked to Rs 70 and Rs 76 in the following two crop years. Agricultural Prices Commission, later renamed as the Commission for Agricultural Cost and Prices, was tasked to recommend the MSP. Food Corporation of India or FCI was to organize countrywide MSP-based procurement operations. Now let's have a look at the process and factors in deciding MSP. Centre fixes MSP for every Kharif and Rabi cropping season based on the recommendations of CACP. CACP, that is Commission for Agricultural Cost and Prices, considers the cost such as A2, A2 plus FL and C2. A2 covers all cash and in-kind expenses incurred by the farmers on seeds, fertilizers, chemicals, labor, fuel, irrigation, etc. A2 plus FL is the actual cost plus imputed value of unpaid family labor, and C2 includes A2 plus FL plus revenues foregone on owned land and capital assets as rent and interest respectively. Currently, government announces MSP based on A2 plus FL cost. CACP considers the following factors while deciding MSP: the demand and supply of a commodity, its cost of production, the market price trends, both domestic and international, intercrop price parity, the terms of trade between agriculture and non-agriculture, that is the ratio of prices of farm inputs and farm outputs, a minimum of 50% as the margin over the cost of production, and the likely implications of MSP on consumers of that product. Now moving on to the challenges or issues in MSP. As against the official announcement of MSP for 23 crops, only 2, rice and wheat, are procured, as these are distributed in NFSA, that is National Food Security Act. Shanta Kumar Committee report in 2015 stated that only 6% of the MSP could be received by the farmers. MSP procurement is dependent on middlemen, commission agents and APMC officials. That's why small farmers find it difficult and costly to transport to APMC mandis. FCI also have storage deficiency and uneven distribution of storage centers. Currently, 23 crops are included under MSP. 7 types of cereals: paddy, wheat, maize, bajra, jowar, ragi and barley. 5 types of pulses: chana, arhar or tur, urad, moong and masoor. 7 oil seeds: rapeseed, mustard, groundnut, soyabean, sunflower, sesame, safflower, Niger seed, and 4 commercial crops: cotton, sugarcane, copra and raw jute. Now let's discuss about advantages of MSP. The Niti Aayog has conducted a study entitled Efficacy of Minimum Support Prices on Farmers in 2016. The study has found that MSP has encouraged 78% of the farmers covered under the study for adopting improved methods of farming. These include high-yielding varieties of seeds, organic manure, chemical fertilizer, pesticides, and improved methods of harvesting, etc. The Union Budget 2018-19 had announced the predetermined principle to keep MSP at levels of 1.5 times of the cost of production. Government has increased the MSPs with a return of at least 50% of cost of production from the agricultural year 2018-19. Now let's discuss about MSP to public distribution system. This is the cycle from field to plate processed through government route. Government provide MSP to promote production. The produce is procured by the government agencies. Some of these crops like rice, wheat and sugar are distributed through public distribution system. NFSA covers up to 75% of the rural population and 50% of the urban population under Antyodaya Anna Yojana, that is AAY and priority households. Now let's have a look at the reforms required and done. Procurement cost is much higher than the market prices. It inflicts the burden on government finance as other crops are not procured significantly, so it discourages farmers to grow those crops. Example, oil seeds, pulses. Government have reformed APMC to facilitate the farmers. The twin shocks of demonetization and the rollout of GST crippled the rural economy, primarily the non-farm sector but also agriculture. The slowdown in after 2016-17 and pandemic further ensured that the situation remains precarious for the majority of farmers. MSP and procurement must be strengthened rather than weakened. Now lastly, let's discuss about the way forward. The government does not procure all farm produce at MSPs. Actual procurement at MSP varies with crop and geography. MSPs have no statutory backing. A farmer cannot demand MSP as a matter of right. APMCs should be strengthened further, and MSP can also be an incentive price for many of the crops which are desirable for nutritional security. Now it's time for the practice questions. First of all, note down the prelims question which has been asked in 2020 exam also. Consider the following statements. 1. In the case of all cereals, pulses and oil seeds, the procurement at MSP or minimum support price is unlimited in any state or UT of India. 2. In the case of cereals and pulses, the MSP is fixed in any state and UT at a level to which the market price will never rise. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. You can send the answer of this question in the comment section. Now moving on to the main question. What do you mean by minimum support price or MSP? How will MSP rescue the farmers from the low income trap? This question was asked in 2018 exam also. So that's all for today. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.